Hello everyone, my name is Patrick.
And I'm Emily.
And today we're going to be playing a game that we've done before on our old channel, but a game we're playing once again, and that game is Orphen Scion of Sorcery.
Of course, what better game to play?
It's a perfect game. It's a game that I kind of want to come back to after a while because I loved it so much, and I want to play it again. And you as well.
Of course,
naturally.
Classic.
Yeah. Orphen is a game, like I said, in the first time I played this. If you haven't seen it before, don't worry. We're probably not going to spoil anything that we did last time, and it's going to be all brand new experience, so it's all fine. But it's a game that I played when it first came out, and I enjoyed it quite a bit because of its quirkiness, you could say. And a few years later, I played it again, and then a little bit after that, I played it with you when we first got together, and I was like, oh, there's this game you must see. It's brilliant. It's based on an anime, which you were kind of watching at the time.
Yes, I had seen the anime, and I had no idea there was a game.
And I played the game and didn't know there was an anime. Well, I kind of knew about it a little bit, but not all about it. But yeah, so this is a game, as you can see here, we're going to have an anime opening, which is fitting for it. It's a game which is based on an anime, and it has an anime style for the cutscenes, which I kind of liked quite a bit. There weren't a whole lot of games I played at the time which really used this kind of style. I think the only other one that I really knew of was Wild Arms, the original when it came out. It had an anime opening, which I thought was really cool, because I didn't know anything about anime at the time. I just saw this cool-looking, cartoony intro. I'm like, that's an interesting idea. I kind of wish more games had this, so... I also enjoyed it when it was an Orphan, because they made quite a few uses of this throughout the game. They use it for some cutscenes later on. It's used for the opening, and obviously, I think they use it for the outro credits, although I think it might just be a series of stills at the end.
Yeah, but the art is nice.
I do enjoy the art. Like I said, it was very different from most of the stuff I was used to at the time. Because at the time, anime wasn't really that incredibly widespread as it is today. So it was something different. And I thought it was kind of neat. At least here in America, it was something different.
Back in my day.
Back in my day, of course, yeah. Ah, yes, the famous Orphan opening. I think it's just
like
about to end right about now. And he does some final attack there, which I'm not sure if he ever actually used in the game itself.
Not sure.
I think I said last time, there are a number of things they show off in that intro, which they never really use in the game itself, but oh well. Alright, now we have the opening prologue for the game itself.
I love this town, don't you? Yeah.
Let's see. We should be pretty close.
Hey, you good-for-nothing sorcerer! Huh?
Now, a number of things to point out about this intro, as you might have noticed already. Quentin Flynn
did you see how big Orphan's necklace was, by the way? Just look at how gigantic it is next time.
Really? Was it especially big?
Yes, it looks so heavy. Look at who could wear that. It's like the size of his whole
Was it like
chest.
that in the anime? I don't know.
Probably, but look at it. It's gigantic.
Well, sure. But anyway, Quentin Flynn playing the role of Orphan.
They're already standing.
We've got Jennifer Hale as Cleo. And she also uses her child voice for Cleo because I think she's supposed to be young. And I have no idea who's Magnus or who these two are.
Vulcan? What are you talking about?
And you wouldn't happen to know, would you?
No.
I'm all ears, guys.
So these guys are supposed to have some kind of cunning plan to help pay off their debt to Orphan. I think it was it in the anime where it was mentioned like what their debt was?
Maybe. I don't remember. Really.
I don't remember a lot about the anime.
Me neither, and I just know the plot is completely different.
They had some kind of debt to Orphan, they're trying to pay it off, so they come up with some wild schemes, I guess throughout the course of the anime, and this game is going to be no exception.
They're just like the comic relief.
Pretty much, yeah. And we need that for the game as well, even though
Quentin.
Some of the things that Quentin does throughout this game are quite comical. I really love his character.
Oh, and here we go.
I love all his roles that he plays, Quentin Flynn. It's pretty brilliant.
All of them.
Pretty much all of them, yeah.
I think my favorite is Man in Pool and Hey Arnold.
Man in Pool and Hey Arnold, yeah. He does do some cartoons as well. Or he did, anyway. It was like back in the 90s. Orphan, I just found out not too long ago. Actually, it was about 15 years. It turned 15 I think a few weeks ago, or last month.
Man, I'm never gonna get any sleep. I sure hope this storm doesn't get any worse.
Yeah, so I guess you can call it a classic at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see how classic it is now that we have the actual in-game graphics as well. Although it is upscaled.
Wow, it's getting worse.
You call this a storm? It'll take more than this to bother me. I'm Volcano Vulcan from the streets of Masmaturia.
His animations.
Looks like the streets of Masmaturia didn't prepare you for a little seasickness.
Yeah, as I mentioned, Orphan has quite a bit of quirkiness to it, and we'll see that as the game goes along.
I'm too sensitive for this. Hey, when's this bucket getting us to Arvin Rama?
We should get there in about 3 days.
What? I want my money back.
Money? What money? Orphan paid for our tickets.
Why?
Of course he did. He's lucky to have us looking out for him.
Yeah, what kind of idiot would buy that crazy story? Easy money working as a bodyguard for a merchant in Arvin Rama. Yeah, right.
Well, essentially,
Hey,
Volcom told him that there was this
now
promise
that
for
I
a job
think
in
of it,
Arvin Rama,
we
and
shouldn't have
he
to
got
go
Orphan to
out
pay for the
this
tickets for
far
him, even though it
just to
seems like
get
it's
to Arvin
probably likely
Rama.
that it was some kind of scam.
Are you sure we're on the right ship?
Of course we're on the right ship. You idiot.
Ugh. Well, I hope
Yeah, and doesn't
you're
just seeing
right.
this character fill you with confidence for his schemes and promises.
No.
I have no idea why he would believe this character.
Oh, Rufus, I miss you so much. What should I do? I am so close.
And this is supposed to be a character that isn't from the anime.
Right.
What I'm doing.
She's the
I'm doing
melodramatic
only for
type,
you,
if you couldn't tell.
Dearest Rufus, my
Dearest
one and only
Rufus.
true love.
Quite enough to make you gag, almost, right?
Okay, Magnus. You cross this line and I'll slug you. And I mean it.
Why does Magnus have the big bed?
I won't cross
You notice
the
that? It seems
precious
like his is
line.
double the size
I
of
didn't want to
hers.
share a room with you either.
This is so unfair. Why can't I have
Maybe
my
it's just
own
the
cabin?
perspective.
We were only able to book 2 cabins, and Master said he needed to have one to himself. He said he couldn't stand sharing a room with a kid.
Are you calling me a kid?
It wasn't me.
I love how his eyes
I
bulge
didn't.
for that
It
1
was
second, like,
Master.
Yep.
Hey, what was that? I thought I saw...
That's a classic Marty McFly excuse.
There's
What the hell's
nothing
that?
out There.
Biff, aren't you forgetting one thing?
But
Behind
I
you.
thought I saw something.
It's just rain hitting the window.
Are you sure?
Incredibly sure. So much that I'm gonna look. Some people can sleep through anything. Some people.
Master!
Oh, Orphan!
What now?
Monsters!
Snakes! Big flying snakes!
What?
Yeah, this is where you can kind of see the
big
animations
ones.
for the
They're
characters can get a
everywhere.
bit silly, and
Come on, let's get off
they're
the ship.
overdone a bit much to where it
Just a
gets
tad.
a little repetitive, maybe just a little bit. But ooh.
Someone's in trouble! Whoa!
What?
The hell? I know not. I could handle
Some of the
this.
camera angles are pretty funky too.
Yeah,
I have
what
to
the
say.
heck?
That transition.
Oh no!
Whoa!
Well,
Oh my!
There's nothing we can do. Let's find a way out.
the funny thing is, you think the flying insects would still be able to get through, but
You would
I guess
think.
not. I guess they all died from that.
You know, I had a bad feeling about this trip from the very start.
Well then, why didn't you tell us before?
I did tell you before, but you ignored me.
Shut up already! There's more important things to worry about. The ship is crawling with monsters.
Well, duh! What are we supposed to do about it?
Enough! Let's just get to the
Yeah,
deck.
this crew stays really, really calm under pressure. If you didn't notice, no, not at all. They really just start turning on each other immediately in this game.
I don't know how they could
Hey,
have lasted
somebody
this
ransacked
long.
our room.
Ah! My luggage! It's gone! Oh!
I think they bicker way more in this game than they do in the anime. Although, I mean, they do bicker in the anime, but not like this.
Magnus?
This is also a really weird part of the game where, like, oh, someone stole my luggage, but who was it supposed to steal the luggage? There were insects and flying snakes, if you believe that.
Maybe it like went out the window. Look, the beds are all moved.
Possibly. I mean,
Is that
maybe
her
the ship
luggage?
moved in the storm and things got dislodged. I don't know. It's a good question, though. Certainly didn't seem like there was anyone stealing
Emerald
stuff.
incense.
Yeah. Oh, man. At some point, I had to explain the items in this game, and
Whoa, there's a lot of
real
them.
quick, most of the items in this game are relatively useless. You can use them a few times, but they don't really work in battle. Like, for example, these incenses, they'll restore your health, but they don't work in battle. They only work in the overworld. And not only that, but the health you have in battle is different from the health you have in the overworld, which is just more confusing. This is a game which kind of combines RPG elements with action-adventure.
Oh no.
So there are some kind of puzzles and a little bit of platforming involved, so you can lose health in the overworld. And that chest floods the ship for some reason. I don't know. There's nothing in it, it just floods the ship whenever you try to open it. So I don't know. Not all the ship gets flooded though, just that one little bit.
Hey, lady, don't worry about me. You should get out as soon as possible, too.
I mean, another good question is why is she climbing up at this point?
I
Did someone lower the rope down for her to climb out of her room? Because it seems like
Oh,
she's on the side of the ship where she could get out.
We've got to get
so
out.
many
I don't wanna
questions.
die here with you guys.
yeah, totally.
Wow.
You can search her room, but I don't know if there's much in here. No chests or anything. It'd be funny if you could read her diary, where she's pining over Rufus.
I wonder
Just
if
make
that
fun of
guy
it.
we saw is okay.
Let's get going.
Somehow Magnus didn't make it into this room this time. I don't know if that usually happens.
What's in here? Ooh, sleeping chime.
Yeah, that kind of comes in useful in like one specific part of the game.
One.
This part is blocked off as well, I guess.
Oh no!
Why are they keeping all these
The hallway's
boxes around?
blocked off.
Well, before you go in the room on the right, make sure you check out this one.
It looks like whoever was here is gone now.
Although I don't think there actually is anything in here. Quite an empty room. Because if you go in this one,
Hey, you two! What the hell's going on here?
Well, I'm not really sure, actually.
Hey, Dorton! Hurry it up, will ya? Get that food in a sack. Grab as much as you can, you idiot. We're gonna need all of this.
yeah, apparently they were staying in the kitchens.
Hey, you thieving scoundrels! This is no time to be stealing.
Yeah, I don't know why they're staying in the kitchens during the ship ride, but
I guess
that's
because
what they were
Orphan
doing.
was only able to book 2 rooms, right?
I guess so, but there's stowaways maybe? I wouldn't put it
looks
past them,
like
that'd
we're
make
in for a
sense.
fight.
But as you can tell from that sound, there's a monster just came on board, so we're gonna have a fight.
Oh no! Oh!
This is gonna be a classic theme in Orphan. This guy getting thrown around and tossed.
He just throws him into the ocean.
He should be dead there, but will he be? I don't know. We'll have to stay tuned to find out. So yeah, the first fight of this game is also a boss fight, which is an interesting way to start out.
Yeah, that's true. Right into the action.
And so in Orphan you get a couple of different attacks. You get a sword attack, which usually I don't use during this boss battle, but I find you can actually hit him when he comes in close like that. And you can quickly hit him with the fire to kind of interrupt his next attack phase, which I found is really neat. This is a fight I do really quickly, because I kind of found an easy way to take care of him. As long as you charge up the lightning, it'll have like a big range, so you should be able to hit him pretty much anywhere. Occasionally he does throw those barrels at you, so you have to be kind of careful with that. If he's not in the range of that little sphere of lightning, then you won't be able to hit him, so you just have to keep that in mind. But yeah, I kind of guessed that he would come in at this point, and luckily it did pan out, so I was able to hit him a few more times with the sword. Usually you wouldn't do that because it's a bit risky, but if you like fight him enough, you can kind of get a feel for what he's going to do next. So he doesn't have that many attack phases. And after you whittle away his health, he'll come charging at you, and then slowly die. as it hits the side of the ship there.
Ew.
But it has a ton of babies, apparently, so we must kill them all. But this is also something that's really no trouble at all. You just have to charge up your lightning attack again. And if you charge up your lightning attack all the way, then you should be able to do a summon.
Whoa.
And that unleashes a special attack which should kill them all, and does.
I forgot that they had summons in this game. Did I even know that in the first place?
You know, I really have to say, I don't think the first time I played it I really knew about that, but in follow-up playthroughs I did find that out eventually. And usually after a boss battle you'll get a special new ability.
The shield of immunity!
The Shield of Immunity reflects poison attacks back to all enemies.
And that also is the voice of Paul Eiding, who is also in Metal Gear Solid and Metal Gear Solid 2, and he plays a colonel in all those games.
Are you okay?
Master?
Where were you two?
We were, uh-oh.
Yeah, for some reason this game has a lot of the same voice actors in common as Metal Gear, Metal Gear Solid. I don't really know why that is. Maybe they hired like the same voice acting company? I don't know if they're all part of like the same crew. Because they kind of pop up in the same games together sometimes.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm soaked.
Oh no, we're sinking. We've gotta get out.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys remember this, but Quentin Flynn, who's Orphan, also is the voice actor of Raiden in Metal Gear Solid 2, a character who has received a mixed reception at different times. This is something I never knew. There's actually a room here that I can go into. This is something I only like found out relatively recently, within the last year or so, because I noticed that Game Informer did a video on Orphan, and they went to this room, which I never knew existed. Really, there's not much. I guess it's the captain's cabin. He's just got some items around, which happen to be the healing items again. So yeah, I can come in here and get some items, but that's about it. I guess it's just kind of cool if you've never really seen it before. But aside from that, yeah, nothing really much to it. For the longest time, I thought that area on top was a room. Because it kind of seems like the way to go. It's all like lit up and everything, but it's not. It's a trick.
Hey, there's two doors. Okay, let's take the door on the right.
And once again, we get to see how well they all get along together.
No, I don't think so. We should take the door on the left.
Oh, and how do you know the left way is better?
Instinct.
Huh?
Knock it off, you two. We have to hurry.
You can kind of feel Orphan's pain there.
Where
I
did
mean,
the
Definitely.
smoke come
you just
from?
knew she was going to pick the opposite of whatever he did.
Hurry!
Come on, let's get going.
So I think last time we played went on the door to the right. Let's see what happens if you go on the left. See how much difference it actually makes.
Cleo!
Oh no.
Yeah.
You took Cleo's
What the
side.
hell's going on around here?
So yeah, in the end, it makes pretty much no difference at all. So yeah, they pretty much go to the same places, as you can see. Magnus is right there, and Cleo's back here, towards the front of the ship.
Orphan, where have you been?
What?
So, you're not dead yet.
Thanks to this gentleman.
And you are?
I am Zeus, the mercenary. Unless I'm mistaken, you must be a sorcerer.
That's right. The name
Great
is
deduction
Orphan.
skills.
Zeus,
I kind of
do me
assumed
a
that
favor
Cleo
and
just told him about
watch
that.
this little brat for a while.
Who are you calling a brat?
I want to go check on the others.
Very well.
So one of the fun things here is
Orphan,
that they have different
the ship
dialogue.
is sinking. We've got to do something. Are you sure you won't change your mind about Zeus?
I think you
If
pretty
we
much put her
all
down
work
every time.
Together, I'm sure we can find a way out of this.
Sorry, no can do. I'm gonna take a look around.
Oh, you're as stubborn as a mule. By the way, Orphan, have you seen a kid with a flute?
Nope, the only kitty around here is you.
Oh, just stop it. I hope the
I just love her
monsters didn't
casual,
get
oh,
in.
by the way, Orphan, like after being so pissed at you.
Sometimes two men may succeed where one will fail. Will you join me,
And
Master
Zeus
Orphan?
tries using some logic on Orphan,
Very
but
well, Master Orphan. So be it.
Cleo.
Or not for Cleo. I shall guard her
yeah,
life
once again,
with
that's
my
that
own.
repetitive animation
Thank
coming into
you,
play,
Zeus.
There was a young boy.
which is incredibly
with a
awkward
flute.
looking.
I don't even know what her animation is supposed to be
No, can't say
conveying.
that I have.
I hope he is
She's
well.
trying to look like a goldfish.
Make those
I guess.
monsters pay
I don't
if
know.
They have murdered an innocent child.
It's very distracting though. It happens several times throughout the
Did you change
game.
your mind, Orphan?
No.
No.
No, I don't need anyone else slowing me down.
Oh.
You'd be the one slowing him down.
Shots
By the
fired.
way, Orphan, have you seen a kid with a flute?
Nope, the only kitty around here is you.
Oh, just stop it. I hope the monsters
Yeah, I think they have
don't
2
get
lines of
him.
dialogue each. Some of it is
Sometimes
kind of in
2
common
men
though.
may succeed where one will fail. Will you join me, Master Orphan?
No.
I understand.
Do you understand?
What has become of the crew members?
She's
I
doing
haven't
it
seen any in
again.
a while, and I haven't seen any dead bodies
This
either.
woman.
They must have abandoned ship without us.
There was a young boy with a flute.
Yeah, we know about the young boy.
you
Everyone's
seen
mentioned him already.
No, can't say that I have.
I hope he is well. I'll make those monsters pay.
You get the feeling
if
they try to
have
emphasize
murdered
this
an
young
innocent
boy.
child.
Yes.
Well, if you played Orphan before, you know that there are 3 main characters. Or, well, there's 3 main characters, and there's also 3 characters you kind of do the routes of throughout the game. And the 3rd one is up there.
Hey, kid! Come down from there! What's the matter with him?
Yeah, but he's not feeling so talkative.
Not yet.
So, well, Orphan has seen him now, hasn't he?
Yes, now he has.
Now he has.
Hey,
Master,
Hey.
this is Seffi.
Hey.
She was being attacked, so I helped her out. Lucky I was there. Seffi,
Yeah,
this
sure.
is my teacher.
Lucky for
I've
you.
never seen such horrible beasts. What in the world is happening?
okay, calm down. I don't really know, but I intend to find out.
I love the way Orphan tries to calm her down.
Oh.
Because watch what he does right afterwards.
I'm all right now. My name is Seffi.
Orphan, nice to meet you. Well, looks like this ship is going down.
Oh no!
Just drops that on her.
So close.
Well, it looks like we're all gonna die.
That amulet.
Master, we
Pay
can't
no
leave
attention to
Seffi
that.
Here alone. Let's take her with us.
No.
You two better wait here. I'm gonna go check on the others.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, how do you actually get to talk to the
Master,
boy? Is there a
can't
way?
you please help Seffi.
I don't think you can the first time. I think it's the
Sorry,
second one you
we
can.
don't have time.
Okay. Well, whatever happened to the other passengers?
Looks like they jumped ship without us. We're probably the last ones left.
You mean they deserted us?
What a shock.
Don't worry. We shouldn't be too far from land.
Turns out nobody wanted to save Orphan.
Through
What a
this
shame.
storm.
Master? Did you hear that music?
Nope.
That's
What?
strange.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, he doesn't acknowledge that he actually did
Orphan.
hear and see the boy.
Would you help a lady in need?
Master, we can't leave
No,
Seffi here
not unless it
alone.
involves some money.
Let's take her with us.
Oh, I understand.
Sorry.
Yeah,
We
we're,
didn't even
we're not
say
going to
anything.
help either of these.
I'm gonna take a look around.
We're going to take a look around the ship
Magnus,
instead, after we
wait here
finish
till I
talking
get
to them,
back.
of course.
By the way, have you seen a little boy?
What boy?
I saw him earlier.
The only boy you've seen so far, Orphan.
Sorry, didn't see him.
I just love that. How he doesn't acknowledge they
I
actually
hope
did
he's
see him.
all right.
And one last
Master,
time for Magnus.
Can't we please help Seffi?
And this is the best, watch this.
Well, why not?
'Cause I said so.
You're just mean.
You watch your tongue.
Master? Did you hear that
I just love the way he says that line. You watch your
That's
tongue.
strange.
Points at him in the chest.
Yeah, his hand goes like
Orphan.
through his chest.
Yeah.
Would you help a lady in need?
Master? We can't leave Seffi
No,
here
we're leaving her
alone.
behind.
Let's take her
I'm
with
sorry,
us.
man. I know you kind of got the hots for her, but no.
No.
She likes
Sorry.
Rufus
By
anyway.
the way, have you seen a little boy?
I love how Orphan lets her down
What
gently.
boy?
I saw him earlier. He looks
I like how
7 or 8
he
years
touches
old.
his chin each time, like he's trying to think
Sorry.
about it.
Didn't see him.
Nah.
Oh, well, I.
So there
I
is a
hope he's
way
all
to
right.
get the boy as your first companion in this game.
Oh,
And all
really?
you have to do is head back in.
Let's
or try to
go
head
check
back
the
in.
cabin area again. There still might be people down there.
Yeah. Where's Vulcan and Dorton?
Who cares? I'm sure they'll be fine on their own.
Yeah, he's already seen them thrown into the water, so I don't think he really
okay.
wants anyone else to know.
They probably don't want our help anyway.
Look, we're going to be up to our necks in water.
So it seems like you might be able to go back inside and look around, but as soon as you try... Yeah, this guy appears. Is that the giant snake they were talking about? Maybe.
What is that?
Oh my!
Yeah, so in Orphan, not only do we have
What should we do?
the first battle as a boss battle, but the second battle is also
You
a
two,
boss battle.
find someplace safe. I'll handle this one myself.
And for some reason, Orphan can jump really high here.
Yeah.
Which he never really does at any other point in the game that I can recall.
He just felt like flying.
But hey, it works for him in this scenario. I think this is the boss battle that I hate the most out of this game. And I think it's mostly because you have to do it 3 times.
It's so repetitive.
Because what happens is, you see the 3 characters, there's Sephi, there's, what's his name, the big guy?
Zeus.
Zeus, yeah, I forget his name all the time. And Mar, who's the child that, I don't think it actually said his name yet, but his name is Mar. And so, anytime you do any of these routes, you have to fight against this guy again. So, first out of 3, it's pretty much the same each and every time. There's no variation to this battle. So, yeah, if you don't like the battle, unfortunately, you're gonna have to do it 3 times. Fortunately, it isn't really that hard. It's just kind of time-consuming. Because you have to watch his animations, you have to wait for him to do some attacks because you can't always attack at all times. So it's kind of just an annoying battle to get through. When he does this attack, you obviously can't attack him right away, and then if you do try to attack him, you probably won't be able to block it. You can try to hit him multiple times, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but you'll usually be exchanging it for a hit then. Like this, you pretty much have to block every single time, so I think that does pretty significant damage. And yeah, it doesn't always hit him, which does get very annoying when it doesn't work. Eventually, he'll do something new. Alright, here we go. So when he does that, that means he's going to destroy part of the ship.
Oh no.
Fortunately, it doesn't really matter much. As you can see, we have those 3 masts, and you'll just jump to the next one. Or 2 over even. And eventually, if you let the fight go on long enough, he'll destroy that mast as well. I'm not really sure if you can destroy the last one and you die instantly, because I've never really had to go that far. Usually I kill him on the second one. If he ever shows up. As the fight drags on, I kind of just take more chances to try to beat him quicker. Doesn't really seem to make too much of a difference either way, because these attacks don't do too much damage. Yeah, luckily now he's down to a fraction of a crystal. I did mention a little bit before that the health system in this game can be kind of weird. In the battles, you just fight them with, like crystals representing your health, and their health as well. So it's not really clear how much damage you can take exactly, or how much they have left exactly. Kind of have to just guess based on what it shows. And in the overworld, they have a different health system altogether. They use like a sphere to represent health. We haven't even seen that yet. But he is considered dead now, even though he's still finishing that one attack. And there he goes.
Oh, look at him.
What a sad sea serpent he was. Yeah, and he'll just kind of blow up there. Eventually. Or will he not blow up? Alright, I guess he doesn't blow up. He glows as if he's about to, but then he just sinks down below the water.
Anticlimactic.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, Orphan's still pretty psyched about that.
Very excited.
And like I said, with most boss battles, we get a new special technique. So what's this one supposed to be? The last one wasn't too useful. We only used that sphere. What was it? The Shield of Immunity? The Shield of Immunity we only used for like one boss battle, I can recall anyway.
The Bolt of Thunder. Electric. Charge up to increase the number of projectiles.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that's a projectile thunder attack. The thing about the attacks in this game is that you never really know what kind of fight you're going to get in beforehand unless you played it before. And, well, you can change your attacks mid-fight, but that does start the fight over again, so it's kind of annoying. So I don't really change my techniques too much during the game. I might try to do it occasionally to make it a little bit fresh, I guess. And now the ship goes down.
With Sephi and Zeus on it?
Well, it seemed like everyone was still on it, didn't they?
Yeah, everyone.
Everyone was on the ship. They all fell into that vortex, and what's this now? This doesn't seem to fit what we saw before.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so this is a very confusing scene to watch if you've never seen the game before, or never played it before, and you're trying to figure out what's going on. This girl kind of freaks out and has electricity thrown at her body, and then she sees a silhouette of Orphan in some glorious glamour shot. I don't know what that's about. But that's it for our first episode. In the next one, we'll see what became of the survivors on the ship, and see if there's still survivors to this point.
Hopefully there are.
Until then, take care, everyone.
Bye.